Robotron 2084 is easily one of our most popular games in our classic row. The amazing dual-stick shooter created by Eugene Jarvis draws in a talented community of players competing to get and retain their high scores. So naturally, we were totally excited when we found for sale the spiritual sequel to Robotron 2084 called Smash TV. I had to drive all the way from here in Indiana to Detroit to pick up this awesome game, and I'm totally excited to have this game at Twincade. Released in 1990 by Williams Electronics, Smash TV revisited the dual-stick formula that Robotron 2084 established. Only this time, the setting is a lot more unique and realistic. The game takes place in a futuristic game show inspired by The Running Man, where violence has become the biggest draw in entertainment. One or two contestants are armed to gun down waves of enemies to compete for prizes. The prizes, of course, being life and freedom. Set in the oh-so-distant year of 1999, Smash TV is an addictive onslaught of enemies and bullet fire. Baddies come towards you at all sides within closed arenas, and all you have to help are your power-ups that can be used to upgrade your weaponry for a brief period of time. After enough enemies are killed, you move on to another confined room to shoot up another wave of them. Despite the simplicity in the game's design, this shoot 'em up proved to be pretty darn challenging. You'd be hard pressed to not lose a life at any point playing in the arcades. One factor is that you can't move that fast to escape the grasp of nearby enemies. There is a speed power up, but it doesn't last for long. Don't have any extra speed or power ups as you progress into later levels? Good luck getting through those. You're gonna need it. Keys are also available to find among the rooms you navigate, and if enough of them are gathered throughout your time playing the game, you could theoretically unlock the end bonus level known as the Pleasure Dome. However, there was a bit of a snafu surrounding that part. There was no Pleasure Dome, at least not at first. You see, Smash TV was designed to be a coin guzzler. While games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Space Harrier are also hard games and likely built with that same mentality in mind, Williams made the mistake of shipping units without the ending. Yep, the ending was initially absent because the developers thought no one would get far enough to beat the game. Instead, the game would lie and claim the players did not get enough keys to access the Pleasure Domes. It wasn't long before players found out there actually was no Pleasure Dome. In fact, the outcry was big enough for a new version of Smash TV to be sent out with the Pleasure Dome levels intact. Now at this point, since the game is new, I'm not really sure if it's the version that has the Pleasure Domes or not, but I'm totally excited to find out. Nevertheless, Smash TV has since cemented itself in history as a cult classic. It was well received by critics, and its success spawned several home console ports, and it went on to be featured in midway compilations on 5th and 6th generation consoles. With its distinct premise and fun twist on Robotron's mechanics, it's no wonder it managed to be a hit among arcade players back in the day. It's still worth checking out today for an old school challenge. It's funny because Art was so excited to get this game in the arcade that he took an old non-working CRT TV and painted on it a huge Smash TV logo. It's totally cool and lives in its new home right next to the cabinet.